EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us down south to Mercedes-Benz Stadium on the west side of downtown Atlanta. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Opening carry of the game for the speedster, Devon A-Chain. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast. And tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
They'll throw here on third and short yardage. They pick up 17 through the air. It's good for a Falcon first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
They'll come up on a second down and 8.
19, target, go!
Now they'll set up to throw. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
They need 8 as they come up for third down.
7 Pirates, go!
They'll throw out of the gun. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up fourth down. The Falcons getting their punter out there. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. And this play's going nowhere. Taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
On second down, Richardson. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
From the gun on third down, Richardson. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. First and 10 now from the 36. Now, faking the give. Going up top. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, open. Three and out, showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the first down.
Set to go now on first and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. They'll look to throw. That's complete to the TCU man, Quentin Johnston. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. We'll come to the line now on second and 2. On the handoff, this is Achane. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
That one complete to Johnston. He's got room to roam. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. A shotgun snap. He'll look to... That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over here at their own 22.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick. to save them some points.
Motion man, set right. Richardson to throw it here on first down. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of shotgun, Richardson. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
From the gun, Richardson. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
This one intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell. And the Falcons will take over here just past the 30.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot here at the end of the quarter, but it comes up incomplete. Here's 3rd and 7.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. Look at the big man go. And he will go all the way. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Atlanta. Touchdown number 9 for the year.
Look, Mike, I don't want to imply that they drew this play up specifically because this is when the league is celebrating National Tight Ends Day. But you got to admit, it's kind of fun seeing him score on this day in particular and join his fellow tight ends who have also scored throughout the league.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Richardson. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. first down. It's Richardson. Quick throw here is complete. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll motion over Metcalf. Right back to him on first down. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Throwing is Richardson. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
And the Colts are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
So the ball's still at the 8-yard line for 2nd down and goal. Richardson. And he can't get away. Down he goes, back at the 16.
What once looked like a promising drive has suddenly hit a little bit of a roadblock here, Mike. They're in scoring position, yes. But now on 3rd and goal, following that 2nd down sack, this defense has a shot to come away, only giving up 3.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Richardson to throw. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. No issues there. This one is good. And the Colts are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control and thing off. Here, and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. They get 24 on that one. First down, Atlanta. They'll run right here. It's Achane. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Once again, it's Achane. And the Falcons are going to have what looks to be a first and goal. He'll take this down to the 10-yard line. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll have to go the full 10 yards. It's first and goal. Here's Achane. And a short pickup down inside the 10. Here now, second down and goal. Now this time they'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but
to the end zone, it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to get the football here as it'll come out to the 20.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning, being able to get himself to a spot to get his hands on the ball and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. First and 10. Looking to throw. Richardson. Metcalf left side. He's got it. And he's out of bounds. Very close to the 40-yard line. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Here's Richardson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. So we've reached the intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half coming up. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They send him right out of the slot. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Richardson going to look to throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
Tight end on the move left. To throw, it's Richardson. He's got his man right side. It's complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 23 yards.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
A 2nd down throw for Richardson. He'll throw it left and has his running back. 15-yard pickup there. That's good for a Colts first down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Richardson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. Able to get loose after the catch for more yardage. That'll be a pickup of 21. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Here's a run going left. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Now a shot here, deep middle. That is hard. And he will take this one in. 75 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They send the tight end in motion. His drive will start on the ground. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He'll go left side here and complete this one.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
On 2nd down, Richardson.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short game.
3rd down, 3 to go. Out of a shotgun, Richardson. That's caught, left side, it's complete. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And It wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, Richardson. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Throwing, Richardson. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a first down. Now Richardson. He'll get it inside the 20. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7. From the gun on 3rd down. Pressure gets there. And down he goes.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So it is back to a 1-point game now in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. A short one taken at the 10. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Let's go. Go.
They'll try to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And before the snap, we have a whistle, and this could very well be a false start.
Set.
Throwing now from the gun. Now he'll air one out. And this will be incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line.
They're on the 30-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down. Richardson. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Metcalf calls in that one. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical 3rd down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. Thrown left side. The catch is made. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Slot receiver headed right. And a nice defensive play there coming through to make the play in the backfield. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. They'll drop to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down. To the right side here, pass is caught. And this won't be a touchdown, but it will be a 1st down as they're able to get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. Second and goal. They'll run here. And he'll go down. Back at the 4.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration, and that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. This crowd doing everything they can before 3rd and goal. Richardson to throw. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
Just an absolute clinic of putting together a drive, Mike, when you need it the most. And their ability to move the ball down the field, it worked the clock perfectly. They come away with that late touchdown, and more than likely, barring something crazy, a victory as well.
So here we go. Colts trying to get a little bit closer. They'll go for 2 now.
18 Rattlers, Dragon 60. 79 Broncos.
Looking to throw. Richardson. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Falcons 14.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. They'll come up for 1st and 10.
Ready? Hurt! Hurt! Right there, hurt!
Pitts is the man in motion.
Hut, hut.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That is incomplete with 1 second left on the clock.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look, and they were ready, and they took him away.
Here we go. One final play. He's going to dial up another deep ball, and that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot of the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish, as this one will come to an end. So this one, a win for the visiting Colts. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, and will come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels got changed to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up. Didn't wanna know then, now I bet they're loving us no more. No R&R, the bar is raised. If you know me, now I can bar for days. Nothing left to prove, cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Show you little piece, wanna see some more?
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
Open up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget it, we on mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget it, we on mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the
I came in nothing but them raps, the clothes on my back, them L dogs, nothing but them black